You are always getting the less thought about gifts. You are the easiest one to talk to. When it's time for someone to pour their anger, you are the first person that comes to that person's mind to pour out their anger on. This is not because you are nice. It's not because you are trustworthy. It's not because you're down to earth. In fact, it doesn't have anything to do with your nice, kind personality. There are some mistakes that you are making and you need to stop them now. These mistakes you're making are slowly making you lose your value and your worth in the sight of people. The saddest thing about this thing is that the people, in quotes, are mostly your close friends and family. And that is why it is important for you to learn these mistakes now so that you can stop it now. There is a need, there is an urgency for you to stop it. Because it's like you're giving your value and your worth to people who do not appreciate you fully. And that is why you are always receiving the bare minimum. The barest minimum. Things need to change. Without further ado, let's get right into the first thing that you're doing that is making you lose your value and your worth in the sight of people. Being overly available. When someone calls you and you don't have anything doing, of course, they will start to see you as someone who's free all the time. If someone tells you, oh, can you do this for me? And you tell them you're busy, they're going to see it as a surprise because, wow, she actually has something doing. Now, this mistake you are making, or the mistake you are making actually, is that you are always there. You're always free. You have nothing doing, clearly. And then the saddest part about this for some people is that you know that you have something doing. When someone calls you that they need your help, instead of you to say, I'm busy right now, I'm doing something, you are clearly busy. You compromise and you leave what you're doing to entertain another person's own. The saddest part about this is that this person's own might not be as important as the thing that you left. So it's important for you to make sure that you are not compromising to fill in another person. If you're busy, you tell the person, if the person needs your help, you tell the person, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy doing something right now. Once I'm done, I'll text you if you still need my help. And there is no need for you to feel bad that you were not able to help this person, especially if you know what you're doing is very important. It doesn't even have to be too important. Just as far as you know that you are busy doing something at the moment, don't try and compromise, and don't feel bad for not helping that person. You have not offended the universe if you did not help that person. I hope I passed this point across clearly, because a lot of us are very used to compromising. Someone tells us, are you busy doing something? Sometimes they don't even ask. They just say, can you help me with this? And next thing you're like, oh, let me quickly. If you're a busy sister and brother, you tell that person, I'm busy doing something right now. Once I'm done, I'll get back to you. And if you're not, why not give them a helping hand? It's that simple. This mistake you're making is making them to see you as someone who's always free, has nothing doing, always ready to put me in or fill me in. And it just shows that you have little importance or little value for yourself, and you value other people's own than your own. Please take to correction so that you don't lose your worth and value in the face of people that do not deserve it. Checking up on people that do not give you the same energy. Now, you're not anybody's doctor. You don't have to be checking up on them twice a week. Oh, I just thought to say hi to you. How is it going? And then when you text these people, they do not even show you that they appreciate what you're doing, or they appreciate you thinking of them. They don't say, oh, that's very thoughtful. They don't say, thank you very much, precious. They're like, oh, hi. And instead, see, these people that make these mistakes, that is making you lose your worth in the face of your so-called friends and family, it is your fault. You see clearly that someone does not even care about you. Someone does not regard you as highly as you regard them, but you still try and force it. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that they're not going to give you a particular type of attention? Are you afraid that you're not going to find someone like them? What exactly are you afraid of? You need to identify it so that you stop giving your value and giving your worth to people who do not deserve it, they will continue to undermine who you are. So please love yourself enough to just hold yourself. They're not giving you the same energy. And you also need to make sure that you make friends that can make as much sacrifices for you as you can make for them. If you're someone that likes to give, you make sure that the people you're calling your friends are also people that love giving, so that it's value for value. You're not just being the one doing all the things and you are making sacrifices, and then when they call your friend that, can you help your friend with this, she did this, she did that, and that your friend is like, I'm sorry, I can't. You're like, what? Is this not someone that you can do this for? I hope I'm passing across this point very well, because we really need to make sure to not put our energy where it is not appreciated. Okay, this is not time for any kind of nonsense. Your worth is needed somewhere else. Don't waste it in the gutters. Another mistake you might be making that is slowly making you lose your worth and your value in the face of people is constantly apologizing even when you're not in the wrong. If you know that someone is giving you the cold shoulder, aside from putting the ball in their courts by just going to meet them and saying, oh, did I do something wrong? If I did something wrong, I would love for you to tell me. And then they give you the cold shoulder. You tell them that, okay, if you know that you want us to continue this friendship and you love to work things out, I would love for you to speak to me. I'm just going to give you space so that you can think about it. And then you let them be. Aside from doing that, the people in this category that just throw away their dignity, their value, and their worth would not even do that. They will not put the ball in their court. They will uprightly, confidently come and say, I'm sorry, I'm really, really sorry. Oh, did I do something? Okay, see, I'm very sorry, I did this. And they will just be apologizing. And then if it were me receiving countless apologies, I'm just going to be like, girl, boy, you need to check yourself. There's something wrong somewhere, and you need to check yourself. I'm not going to there are some people that would take advantage of that helplessness because it stems from a root of trauma, just you trying to fill in this space. So there's some people that will take advantage of it and treat you anyhow and start using you for your helplessness. But then there are also good people. But let's avoid that. Identify this and know that there's a problem wrong. Why is it that I cannot just stay away from that person? Or why is it that I'm always easily emotionally attached, and then when someone does something to me, I don't even know what it is, I start constantly apologizing? There's a need for you to check yourself. So if you're doing this, a lot of people will see you as you literally don't have people around you, and that's why you're begging for attention. So please, let's look into that. That is very important. The need to please people. Another mistake that you're making that is making you lose your worth and value in the sight of people is the need to please people. You are thinking so much to yourself that, oh, I need to make her happy. Oh, I need to make everybody around me happy. You are not nobody's your responsibility that much that you need to always seek to make them happy. Life is happening to everybody. If you cannot be of help, I've said it before, you did not offend the universe. There is no need for you to even feel like you need to please other people. It just stems from a place of emptiness where you need to seek validation from something outside of yourself. So it's important for you to go and check in with yourself and say, why is it that I need to please people? Why is it that I'm always emotionally attached to people? There's something that you need to check in with yourself so that you do not throw away your value and your worth. Remember, we have been justified by faith through Christ. So that is the only validation you need. That one, in fact, it's enough for you. So don't go outside seeking to please people, seeking to make everyone happy, because they would not even give you back the same energy, because you're always doing it. Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Now the fifth one is when you do not have self-confidence. Self-confidence is a journey, so it's important for you to, one day at a time, do things that would boost your confidence. It could be changing the way you dress, changing the way you speak, changing your hair, changing the friends you keep. The people who lose their self-worth are the people that do not have self-confidence. It is one way linked to the other points where I talked about you trying to seek validation. When you're not confident in yourself, you would try to look for things that would validate you. And one of these things is just trying to go with the flow and going with other people's own, and then you leave your own. You stop being your most authentic self just to compromise and bring in another person's own, which is not very healthy for you. So it's very important to know the things that could boost your self-confidence. Like I mentioned earlier, it could be in the way you dress, the way you talk, the clothes you wear, the hair, everything. It could be in your mindset as well, because there's a confidence that comes with knowledge. With great knowledge comes great power. So you would be more confident if you can change your mindset. If it even takes you to remove people from your life, don't be scared to do it. My friend, nothing will happen to you. You will not die. You will not be alone. And the thing is that God has prepared people to come into your life to better your life. So maybe those people are just taking up the space. Once you clear these people away, you will find other people. You would find the people, like the right people for you. So don't be afraid to clear those, remove those clutters, remove those people that are not helping you. Another thing that could boost your self-confidence are support systems. But that is also what I was saying. Clear those people so that you can see the right support systems. Those ones will not take advantage of you. In fact, those ones will give you energy for energy. You're giving 100 and they're giving you 110. The sixth point is when you always agree with another person's opinion and you always second guess yourself. Everything is just linked to each other, but these are some mistakes that you are making that is just making you to lose your worth and your value in the eyes of people. I'm going to use an example. You're in school, right? And then you're added to a group where you have to brainstorm to bring out the best results. And then instead of you to seek to be the leader, to seek to be someone that has an opinion, or adds something, contributes in opinions, so that all of you can brainstorm and bring out something. You say, oh no, I'm shy, or I don't want to talk. Who told you to talk? You don't have to be the one with the mic. You can be the one to bring up ideas. But then you start to second guess yourself. You're like, if I say this now, everybody will laugh at me. If I say this now, what if it's not correct? If I say this, what if we don't win? You don't have to second guess yourself. Whatever is telling you to second guess yourself is just the devil. Trust me. The Bible says, the Lord shall be my confidence, and he shall not let my foot to be moved. It's very important to know that your confidence, you're standing on a solid rock of ages. Every other sand is a sinking sand. So your confidence is not in other things. Stop second guessing yourself. When you're part of a group, you make sure that your voice is heard. And if it's that someone else has said your point, you buttress on that point. You say, oh, that's what I wanted to say. It doesn't matter. Still say it. That's what I wanted to say. But, the way she said it, I was going to say that we do this way, we do it that way. At least you have said something. You're part of a group. Stop looking for someone who's going to be the leader. Why not take the mic? And if not, why not say something? Your opinion matters. You might have something different from another person's own. Another way we could look at this is when someone says something and you always agree with whatever any other person says. We've looked at the second guessing part, but this is where even if these things do not align with your will, you're willing to just keep quiet and go with the flow. No, we are not going with the flow. You can only get the things as far as you can see them. So don't be the one who's quiet, always around the corner. You don't have to be all over the place, but what you have to say matters. So whatever told you that the thing that you're going to say doesn't matter, nobody is going to listen to you, it's just trying to suppress that queen or king that is inside of you, trying to shine his or her bright light. So don't listen to it and come up hither. This seventh point is a very funny and interesting one. I believe that all of us have thought this way at one point in our lives, but we thank God for today. So that's why I will not let you lose your value and your worth. I will not let you be the easiest one to talk to, be the one to get the less thought about gifts anymore. And so the seventh point is, when you're always trying to be the good person, you think that being the good person is going to get you a crown on your head. When you're always trying to be the good person in people's books, that even explains the whole thing. From number one, where you're always available, you're always compromising, you cannot say no. That's because you want to always say yes. You want her to like you want him to like you. You want them to always have something good to say. The people that will have something good to say, deep within them, they know what you have done to them that is making them just see you under the good light. You cannot force anybody to see you under a good light. You cannot always be the good person in people's books. At the point where you disagree with your friend that a celebrity is finer than another celebrity, you have become the villain. So something as little as that can make you become the villain. So stop trying. Stop trying to be the good person in people's books. Just live life as your most authentic self. And thank God you're part of this community, because we're doing that. We're doing just that. I'm taking you by the hand and we're doing just that. You may not agree with me on this point, but overly thanking people. There's a level of gratitude that you show to someone that they immediately know you are very grateful for the action that they have shown towards you. But there is another level where you start to look like if you were not helped, you are going to die, and that everything has, in fact, if they do not come to your rescue, you are done for. Now, when I was writing this point down, the thing that motivated me to write this point down is the fact that people lose sight of the main person that they are meant to be grateful to. They're not grateful to God, who is the source. Now, I need you to identify God as the source, and every other person, every other thing as the channel through which God will bring your blessings, his blessings to you. So if God wants to give you a car, he would send someone to say, I could not sleep yesterday. God said I should give you this car. I could not sleep yesterday. God said I should review your resume and I should give you that job. So what I'm trying to say is, people that overly thank people, you're not even looking at the fact that it's God that put them in that position to be able to help you. You think they just want to help you? You think it's in their hearts to just say, Precious, let me help you buy food from CAF. Oh, Precious, let me help you do this. No. I'm going to say an example. One time I was craving shawarma. And at that time, I've already bought food. I was like, I'm not going to buy the shawarma, but God, I am very hungry. If I told I don't eat anything, I want this shawarma. And then one of my friends bought 2 shawarmas and she gave me 1 shawarma. I was so surprised. I was like, hey, what am I going to do? Am I going to call it shawarma? I don't know. Because at that point, the thought of that shawarma had already left my mind. But when I realized I went to meet my friend, I'm like, this girl just gave me shawarma. Do you think that she wanted to give me shawarma? Shawarma? No. Even if within her own power, she would have wanted to give me shawarma. But God heard my prayers and put it in her heart to be of help to me. So I need you to identify that point. Because when you're overly thankful, you say, thank you very much. If you hadn't done this, you don't know what God has done for me. Sorry, you don't know what you have done for me. You start saying all those things. The people with bad intentions will look at you as someone who's desperate. And they'll just be like, this girl doesn't even have friends. So it stems from something. Look at that something. Fix it. So that you will uphold your value and your worth. You have a lot to give. Don't throw it out to people who do not deserve it. Another mistake that you might be making that is making you lose your value and your worth in the sight of people is when you have something to say, you always keep it to yourself. That thing, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. It is very real. It is very correct. If you have something to say, you say it. You don't keep quiet. This is just buttressing all the points that I have said. When you need to talk about something, you talk about it. When you need to make a statement, you make that statement. And if you know it's going to sound somehow, when you say it and then someone calls your attention that, oh, I don't really like how you sound. See, I'm very sorry. I just want you to not look at the negative side of it and just look at it from my own point of view. Can you help me reason it? Is it okay for you? That kind of thing. So a closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you want something, you say it. Not everybody is a superhero and has superpowers to read minds and read body language. And not everyone is emotionally intelligent to know that, oh, her face, her body language, her this, her that, means that she doesn't like it. When you don't like something, you say it. You will not be an offender of the universe if you just let someone know that, hey, I don't like what you said. Hey, I think this doesn't work. Hey, I have more important things to say. Or I have something important to add to what you have just said. Or hey, this doesn't align with my beliefs, please. Don't be afraid to just say what you need. Please. This is going to help you to retain your value and uphold your worth and give your value to people who are deserving of this. I hope this video helped someone to step out of that bare minimum zone and step into the point or safe space where you have self-improvement and empowerment. You're giving value and you're receiving value. My quick advice before I end this video is anyone you're bringing into your life, make sure that you clearly observe them. And then you make sure that these people are people that would give the same energy. If you would go 100, they would go 110. And these people are the people that understand the importance of leveraging relationships. I'd love for you to embrace your true potential and value, and not for you to give your value to people who are not deserving of it. With that being said, guys, have a lovely day. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video to someone who needs it. Bye.